Oh my gosh. I've been laying in bed all day. I'm trying to do Vlogmas this year and I need to have videos for you guys. So I feel like I'm way over in my head, but you know what? We're gonna try to knock out as many videos as we can. Even though I'm sick, I gotta do this. Feeling a lot better. Yesterday I took a nap and it was just like that nap changed my whole like body temperature. I feel like I was healed. But I wrote some stuff down and I honestly don't know which one to pick. Talk about how I manage my anxiety. Bear with me throughout this whole thing. Number one tip I would definitely suggest is, like I've suggested in the past, to go try different counselors. I know it's not for everyone. Try that out. Try different ones. If you find one that works for you, great. Honestly, keep going, you know? I mean, you know, it's kind of like a paid friend that doesn't judge you, you know, and you get to vent and can correct you. You just gotta be open to, you know, progress. You gotta be open to change. You gotta be open to your faults and, you know, someone telling you, hey, you know, you shouldn't really be doing this and stuff like that. There were some things that I, you know, dealt with and a lot of stuff in my past that some of you guys are aware about. And my anxiety is a lot better. One of the biggest tips I gotten throughout these sessions were don't focus on the future, think about the present. You can't control what goes down, you know, 5 years from now. You can only control what goes down now. We feel the need to control everything, and when we don't have that kind of control, we get anxious. We get like, you know, in our heads on what's gonna happen next. Like, you know, what can I do to alleviate this pain? I think a lot of it comes with acceptance of, you know, you can't control anything, you know, and then I feel like letting that go will help you let go of the anxiety. At least for me, helped me let go a lot in that sense. You know, once you realize like, hey, this is out of my control, I can only do this, this, and this, and I can only focus on this and this, and then you gotta really try to put your energy into not thinking about whatever that thing that stresses you out. A lot of times we get stressed out is because our mind constantly enables us to think about this thing, think about this thing, think about this thing. But no, we gotta redirect our focus on to something more productive. You know, I can't sit here and stress about what went wrong. I can only sit here and work on what I can do to improve myself and what steps I can take to do the next thing. Another thing is planning, journaling, all that helps me. When I feel like I have a lot of stuff to do, or when I feel like I'm like my time isn't enough for all the things I want to do, I do a bullet journal, or before I used to do a regular planner that I could get at Target, Walmart, or Amazon, or anything like that. And I just, you know, plan my day, like dot plan, dot organize, dot clean, dot sweep. Like, do these little things. Write down your to-do list. One of the other things I do is I use my reminders app on my iPhone, and I make lists for my groceries so I don't have to keep it in my head. Also prevents me from shopping way too much and keeps my eyes on the prize, you know? And then there's one for my bills. There's one for, like, you know, recipes that I want to try out. There's ones for my YouTube ideas, video ideas and stuff. Other things like ideas / inspo, things I want to watch, things I want to read, all that stuff. And then there's one that's just called reminders, which is pretty much either like a weekly to-do list or a monthly to-do list, or anything I need to do, I add it on there and I delete it once I'm done or check it off. However you guys want to do it for you, that's another way to plan and organize yourself. I keep a bullet journal. I had one for 2021, but I didn't plan out the months. I'm thinking of trying just doing monthly spreads at a time instead of doing them in advance, because I do love my bullet journal, like, you know, my very first one, but I kind of want to just try the whole, like, be more present in the month, decorate, fill out the pages more, be more creative in that sense. So that's what I have for 2021 so far. I have the just future log, and that's pretty much it. Like, you know, that I don't have anything else filled out. I'm just focused on using 2020 planner and then just do that. I got markers, I got stickers. You know, one of the things I've done was whenever I go travel, I try to find a souvenir / stationery place where I could just purchase stickers, and that would be my souvenir, instead of getting like a bunch of sweaters that I won't always wear, you know, or like a bunch of caps, you know, or mugs that I don't need because I'm only one person and I'm only living with my boyfriend Joshua, you know. Like, you just gotta try to plan and organize your time the best you can. And that's one of the best ways to just kind of like alleviate, you know, your stress and anxiety with time management. Another way is, oh my god, I when I was going when I was going through it, I played on my Switch, and this game I highly recommend is Stardew Valley. I have my Switch right here. I'll show you. Last year, Christmas, I got Joshua like an extra gift, and this is my Switch. Okay, this thing. I can't tell you how much it helped me with my anxiety. Oh, the battery's low. Stardew Valley. That's such a good game. That game I was obsessed with. I even had it as hashtag Stardew Valley Gamer on my Instagram bio at one point. Because that game, every day, I just came home, I looked forward to it, and I just played it. And it's all about also routine. Because that game, like, you have so many different routes. Like, you don't have to just do this or else like, you lose the game. It's not about losing or winning. It's just about having fun kind of thing. And I saw some articles where this game had helped a lot of people with their mental health, and I highly suggest it. It's like you could be a farmer, you could be a fisher, you could be a treasure hunter or something like that. There's so many routes you can go, and it's kind of like a way about life too, you know, if you think about it. You don't have only one path, and that path it takes you. If you choose to not go down that path, you could choose another, and there's no stress about it. And it's like you get to do what you want to do. And I feel like that is all about a stress-free life in a way. So I set a bit of time aside for that game every day back then. I want to get back into it, but for some reason, like, books are my thing right now. Another thing to help your anxiety, to help you get out of your head, is to read books. To read, like, I have so many books here, like, I can't tell you. And these are all books that I haven't read. My boyfriend Joshua, he got me Stardew Valley game guidebook or something like that last year for Christmas, and I still haven't finished reading that. I want to just take my time. I don't want to like cheat my way through the game, you know? I just want to slowly absorb that. So when I was in middle school, there was this book, this manga, that was in my scholastic fair during lunchtime, and I found this book called Skip Beat. And I loved it. I don't know why, but back then I loved reading about revenge or getting revenge and all that stuff. One of the good ways to make me feel that like justice, I guess you can say, is reading. And then this manga really helped a lot, Skip Beat. And I finally bought the 3-in-1 books. I went to New York with Ifra like maybe a week or two ago, and yeah, highly recommend this series. I read these series all the way, I think, past like 28, 30, I think. But that was over 6 years ago, and I just recently got back into it, or will be getting back into it. This book has been in my mind, in my Amazon cart for years already. And I just want to collect this series. So I want to slowly read through this again and just, you know, relive that, like, you know, because the art is so amazing. You just dive into it. Have some hobbies, like, you know, reading, games and stuff like that, like, you know, to get out of it. Like, don't focus on all the things that you can't control. Focus on things what you like want to do, what you love, what, like, you know, just focus on those things. Like, control what you can control. Otherwise, like, you know, let it go. Don't be focused on it. I have to say, like, these things like make me stress less. If it's money, work. And then when you work, find other ways to save. You know, if you don't need it, don't spend it, kind of thing. That's one of the major things. Like, I used to be stressed so much about finance, about not making it when I was older, about, like, you know, will I be able to support myself and stuff like that. I just found jobs. And if I couldn't find a job back then, especially since back then I was so young, I volunteered. I gather all my volunteer experiences and I put it towards jobs. Because with volunteer experiences, it allowed me to get jobs because I had experiences. How do you get experience if you didn't have experiences before? Especially being young, no experience. How do you get experience if you want to be hired for a job? You go volunteer. That's how you get experiences, and that's how I did it. I didn't have money. I stressed about it, but part of it is lack of confidence, I guess. Anxiety has a lot to do with lack of confidence too. So I wasn't very confident in my skills and whatever it was. But I made a list. I got good at every single thing on that list. And that's why I'm here today. You think I was good in, like, English back then? No, I used to suck at writing. I used to BS all my way through like all the essays in like, you know, high school and all this stuff, but I got good at it halfway through, and I got into AP Euro history. I got into AP Spanish because I put my mind to it. I also got better in trig. I also got better in calc. I would have never passed calc or trig if I didn't set my mind to, you know, be better my weaknesses and make them into strengths. So you gotta focus your mind onto things you can control. What things do you lack confidence in? If you lack confidence in that, get confident. Train those skills, hone those skills, do what you gotta do, you know? That's part of it. That's part of the grind. And then once you hit all those things, yo, I'm telling you, those things that you were worried about wouldn't be worries anymore, because you'll be living the goals that you had in mind, the things that you thought you would never have. I didn't think I would move out at 23 with my boyfriend. I didn't even think I could find love, to be honest. How many of you can relate to that, right? Just try to get out of here and put it in here. Put it in a game. Put it in a bullet journal. Put it into your phone. Put it into your iPad. Put it into your camera. Put it into something. Channel that energy and put it elsewhere and make it productive. That's how you manage your anxiety. That's how I manage my anxiety. I have so many different outlets so I don't get burnt out. So I don't burn myself out. So I don't focus my headspace on here. Imagine having no hobbies and all you have is your mind. You're going to constantly be thinking all the time, right? If you have a lot of time on your hands, do something with it. Do something good for yourself. Do something that will help you in the future. You worry about your future? Presently, do what you can do now so your future self can be like, thanks, past self. I thank past Sean for being so strong, you know, for being like, walking herself out of her fear, out of her mind, and putting herself into those uncomfortable situations to make her better and be where she is today. I'm telling you, that's how you manage it. I wasn't very good at time management. I got a planner. I wasn't very good at reading. I read more. I wasn't very good at writing. I practiced my writing. I wasn't very good in math. I went back to all my school notes and digest everything step by step. Part of it is because I didn't pay attention in class. I put all my energy in focusing in class and not thinking in my head. I didn't worry about nothing that was going on. Half of the stuff that I was worried about was because my energy was focused on worrying about it. If I didn't focus on those things, out of my mind, out of sight, you know, kind of thing, out of life. So that's pretty much how I manage my anxiety, and and still how I manage it now, with some trials and errors down the line, and I learned to better cope with it as well. If you're feeling it, let your body feel it, but also do things to make yourself feel better. Don't just let it be, you know? Let it be for a little bit and then try to make yourself feel better. Like this video, I'm sorry if I'm coughing throughout all this, or like, you know, my voice sounds not so attractive right now, but this is me. This is what you get. I want to still make something for you and keep it fun and lighthearted, you know? I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching my sixth self. And thank you. Stay strong. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.